So as I've said, my general philosophy, I can't reiterate this enough, is that I think in the opening you should play openings that allow you the obvious development of the two bishops on the classic diagonals, this diagonal and this diagonal. I think anytime as a true beginner that you try to Fian Cheeto, you can do it. Of course, it's playable. I mean, some of the ready systems are possible, but I would say that objectively I don't really recommend it. So see, I play d4 here, and it's very easy development. Once you generally, when you push these pawns, you develop the bishops, develop the knights to the center, like 1 2 3 4 and castle. That is the general philosophy that I have towards the opening approach. So I'm gonna go knight c3 here, just guard the pawn. Plays e6. Now I'm gonna play very simple chess, just knight f3, bring out the knights. How come chess people don't want us to get to Mars? I don't know who wants us not to get to Mars or to get to Mars. Now I play e5 here, and the reason is very simple. I can play for knight g5 and queen h5. I can also scope with bishop d3 here. Now I'm gonna play a very unusual move, a3, and the reason is twofold. Stops bishop b4 pinning the knight, but then also stops knight b4. So when I go here, there's no knight b4 to trade the knight for the bishop. So pretty standard so far. Okay, goes g6. Now what I'm going to do here is again, I have a great development of the bishop, great development of the knight. Now if I was really trying to hammer this guy, I would play knight b5 here, but I'm going to castle instead, just to play for simple development. Now he does go bishop a6, and this is another important thing in chess. When you look at this position, if we go back one move, you'll notice the bishop is not very active here. If we go back, it's walled in. You see you have the knight and the pawn on the way, nothing here. So bishop is very passive. My bishop on d3 is a very good piece. So do I really want to trade the bishop for his bishop? I don't. So I'm going to play knight b5 here, and if he takes, I will take back. But now we also see the drawback of him playing a5. So if you go back to a position like this, let's say you were to play h6, bishop d3, bishop a6. If I go knight b5, there's c6. But here, first of all, there's no c6, but secondly, the pawn's on a5 too, so he can't kick the knight away with the pawn on a6. So now I'm going to go c3, connect my pawn chain here in the center. I'm going to go a4 to lock the knight in here so I can move the bishop or do something else if I want to down the road. I want a separate channel for variety. Too much work, you guys. Too much work to create another channel. Too much work. Once you practice bullet chess, I will probably play a little bit of bullet right before my match from like 2 to 2:30. So let's go g3 and king g2 here. I came in, I was like, who is this guy? That found he's one of the top chess level people. It's kind of cool, like his level of excellence owned me. I mean, I'm decent at chess, like, I mean, but let's be honest, like, I'm a streamer and I'm number 2 in the world at chess. Like, chess is not a very difficult game, so I appreciate the compliments and everything, but I mean, don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, now I'm going to take the pawn here, because when he takes back, I take the bishop, and I simply have one extra pawn here. So he takes back, and I take the bishop on a6. So yeah, I mean, chess is a pretty straightforward and easy game. I mean, the thing with chess though is chess is a lot like an addiction. It's kind of like sorry, let's not go there because it's probably on YouTube. But it's very much like an addiction where once you get into the game, because it's so easy to learn the basic rules, you can get addicted and just start playing over and over and over again. So it's one of those things that it's a very easy game to learn the basics of, but to actually get good is quite difficult. Now I played g4 because the pawn chain is guarded. All the pawns guard each other one by one by one. Okay, I'm gonna go knight g5 here. My bishop guards the knight. I put pressure on all these pawns here. The knight pressures these points, the bishop pressures that one. So he trades, I take. Now I've got two bishops. His knights are very passive, by the way. The pawn chain really restricts the knight. No jumps anywhere. Everything is kind of guarded here. The knight can't jump either. The pawns dominate this knight. So both horses are completely dominated by the pawns. Am I a chess addict? Of course I am. Did I see Magnus win the Lead Chess Arena DJ and Dancing Crowd? I mean, I saw a little bit of it, but honestly, I mean, if you call that a crowd, I don't mean this in a negative way, but if you call a couple people dancing, that's not really a crowd to me. Let's just play en passant. Like I've been in nightclubs before. When you have like 3 or 4 people there, that's not really a crowd in my book, but it's still something different for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't mean that in a negative way, but when you start like embellishing things, it gets annoying sometimes when you see it. If he goes to e5, I'll just take the pawn here, pin the knight. Do I think chess will test time till the end of time? No, you guys, and I'll tell you why that won't happen. I don't know if it will be because of AI, because of like the AI revolution that's going on right now, or if it's going to be. I'm gonna take here to open up the C file. But the reason is that eventually quantum computing, whether it's in conjunction with the AI revolution or completely separate, will eventually hard solve chess. I do believe that is going to happen. I don't know, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but I do think that's going to happen. I think that'll happen probably give or take within the next 20-25 years is my guess. Now of course I'm no genius in this field. I don't pretend to. I mean, obviously I know next to nothing, but that's my general take, is that I think whether it's connected with the current AI revolution or whether it's completely separate, that will happen. Yeah, in the next 50 years there'll be Terminators. Yeah. Okay, let's trade and take. Also, I mean, there's the other big thing, which is AI in our heads. That's the other thing. I mean, that's the other thing, is when there are is it like you call it like implants or whatever, that's the other thing that will definitely like crush chess totally. So all I'm going to say is that my general view take is that I'm very glad that I'm at the age that I'm at, because I'm really not convinced. Let's play Rook C1 here. You're crazy there are more chess games than atoms in the universe. I'm aware that there are more chess games than atoms in the universe, but that doesn't mean that you can't hard solve it. Chess has already solved up to about 7-ish pieces. Like that, we know with 7 pieces on the board what perfect play is. So we're already like, and I know it grows exponentially, which is why like what I'm about to say next doesn't necessarily make sense, not make sense, but isn't great. But we've already solved 7 out of 32 pieces. Now of course exponentially with every piece it becomes more and more difficult, probably by a factor of like 100 or whatever it is. But nonetheless, I do believe that eventually we'll get to somewhere around there. Absolutely. Play e4. Can you join? Of course you can join the event. Now like I said, I always believe in straightforward central play. Let's play knight f3 here. Okay, I'm gonna play bishop b5 here and then d3 to open up the other diagonal. Google has 70 qubits now. We'll solve it in less than 25 years. IMO, maybe. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing. Now opponent plays knight f5. Now the funny thing is, this is a line that's considered dubious, but I have this in the World Rapid Championship in 2019, I believe, in Moscow. I think it was Moscow, or maybe it was St. Petersburg. I think it was Moscow in the very first round of the rapid portion against this Ukrainian player Saichev Clementi. Now in that game I castled, but this time I'm going to play d4, which is considered to be the best move here. Let's stay with the pawn, open up the lane for the rook, also capturing towards the center. Generally you always want to capture towards the center. So anyway, oh, maybe late showing is turned off, maybe. So let's just let's trade the queens here, and then I go knight g5 to hit both pawns. Bullet for me, the bullet, I will be playing at 2:30 Eastern here on Kick. But as I said, today's schedule is going to be a little bit wonky. I'm doing the classic XQC. I started on Twitch about like an hour ago or whenever it was. We are now here, of course, on Kick till 12 o'clock Eastern. At 12 o'clock Eastern, we have the 2-hour Misfits Decathlon event, which will be crazy house with a grand prize, I believe, of $2,000. So I'm going to be going back to Twitch at 12 o'clock for 2 hours, and then we're coming back to Kick right after that to play my match in the Bullet Chess Championship, watch MasterChef, and do everything else. So let's take the rook here and keep going. Actually, X is doing the classic Hikaru. True. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the situation is with chess definitely like being solved or not solved, but I think we're going to get to that point a lot sooner than many people realize. But for me, it's not going to matter, so I'll tell you this, it's not going to happen in the next 3 to 4 years, so I will have completed my career by the time that the computers take over. I'll be like, you know, the classic person in No Man's Land. It's like, what No Man's Land, whether it's Morpheus or like just, you know, the person sitting in the cave when there's no electricity. Like I'll be the person, like 20 years everyone's like trying to search the caves and find me so that I can tell them what the world was like before chess was solved, back when people played chess. Let's play rook e7 here, rook d7, and go from there. So yeah, I'll be the guy like Obi-Wan Kenobi or something. I'll be literally be in the cave and people will be trying to find me to learn what chess was like, you know, 30 years before, back when people actually played the game. Okay, anyway, Let's play rook a1, go after the pawn on the edge. I have an extra rook here, so I should be doing quite well. Okay, he goes b4, attacks knight. I'll just move my knight back and move the knight to f4, d4. Botez Gambit speedrun will be doing that after this, probably for about an hour is my guess, and then we'll just chill a little bit. Also, fun fact, you guys, but yeah, this is completely separate, but fun fact, I had a conversation with Roger Federer's former coach, and his coach was a big-time chess guy. Like, I had a conversation, and he was saying that he's going to be seeing Roger next week. So he said he's going to find out from Roger what it was actually like to play chess in New York City. So I'm kind of curious to hear back from Lubitsch and see whether Roger enjoyed it, or he didn't enjoy it, or whatnot. So we got knight e7 here. I'm gonna go knight f4, try to fork him with knight e6 here. Should be doing very, very well here. Okay, king g8. I just take the horse because it's not an ice skater. Just run the king up to h2 here. Again, a big shout out to nearly 3,000 you guys who are watching this fine Monday morning. Give him a lesson. I mean, of course I would, but actually I will say this, like, the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, like, there are very few people in the world where, like, where I like forget how to talk or do things, but Federer is one of those people where, like, if I met him, I would suddenly forget how to speak, and I start acting like a total child. So anyway, knight e6 here. I'm hitting the pawn on g7. I just take. I'm gonna go bishop d4 here and probably make a checkmate. There should be a forced mate here somewhere. I don't see the forced mate instantly. We are all fangirls. I very rarely am I fangirl, but honestly, that is one of those cases where I would be. Okay, goes e3 now. There should be a mate. I think I'm just gonna stack Castlemania and play rook h7, rook h8. 1v1 him in tennis. Yeah, that's like me playing like one of these like 700s. It's the same thing. I guess objectively there's a better chance of me, like, I could hit a random like winner. That is possible if you do that. Whereas, like, here, problem with chess is, in chess, to beat me in a game, if I'm playing a 500, I'll play d4 this time. If I'm playing a 500, it's not one move. They need to play like 10 good moves, and I need to also blunder many times. At least in tennis, there's the dream that you could hit one great shot. Like, you could line up like one down the line forehand or backhand, and that might be good enough. So I mean, that's the upside. Okay, now I'm gonna play bishop g5 here in e3. Again, same format with d4. We're gonna play e3 and develop the two bishops on the classic diagonals. Like I said, I think it's really important at the beginner level to develop the bishops on the two classic diagonals. Really critical. How is Magnus 100 points at chess tour? Because every event the winner gets 125 points, and I didn't play the last one. I won't be playing anymore, most likely. Hikaru can beat Federer, confirmed. I might be delusional about my chess skills. I'm not. You could hit the tape. Yeah, you could hit the tape and it just flips over if you hit the net. That's true too. Let's play h3. Take with the knight. How far down in men's rank because the woman number one beat? I mean, I spoke to Mark Esserman years ago. He's a very good chess player, like I am strength, who he also played tennis quite seriously. I think as a junior he might even played against Andy Roddick. So I asked him about that question, and he basically said somewhere, I think he said somewhere like someone, I think he said like top 500-ish would have a chance, but like top 100 would win for sure. Any male who's in the top 100 would win for sure. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay, we get b5 here now. I have the two bishops. I've got the big white center here. Good knight on f3. I'm gonna play a4, try to open up scope for the bishop on this diagonal. So was I surprised Djokovic lost? Kind of, but on the other hand, I mean, Carlito should have I felt like, I mean, maybe this is a hot take, but I felt like if he hadn't like started cramping and basically fallen apart in the French Open, I think that Alcaraz would have probably beaten Djokovic there. So I wasn't that surprised. Carlitos was so tired he probably didn't even know what he said in English in that tiring post-game interview. I didn't watch the post-game interview or the post-match interview. Let's play Queen E2. Do you consider yourself in the current top 10? I don't know, Rocketman X, but you know, I did win the last super tournament, Norway Chess, and currently I'm ranked number 2 in classical. So I would hope that I'm in the top 10, or else there's something wrong with the ranking system. That's what I would say. I would hope so. Plain and simple. Yeah, I mean, I would hope that I am. Otherwise, the ranking system is messed up. In bullet, I think right now I'm number 2. There's been a lot of upward momentum in the bullet ratings because of the bullet brawl, which everyone is playing in now. So yeah. Okay, so I've got a great queen, guards the bishop. I can maybe go bishop h6. Good big white center, pressure on the queen side, pressure in the center of the board here. All my pieces are very optimal. I even have the lift for the king on h2. Why am I not playing anymore in the tour? It's not that I'm not, but I couldn't play the qualifier for the last one, so that's why I didn't play. And of course, to make matters worse, the next event I'm going to play b4 here, just take some more space here. Next event I'm not going to be able to play either because I'm going on vacation with my family for a week, so at the beginning of September, so it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, but I couldn't play. So crazy house when you capture your opponent's piece and then it comes back on. Saren's the most dangerous dark horse in bullet tournament. He's had the biggest shove. I don't think Nihal's in it though, is he? Wait, no, Nihal's not in it. Sorry, let me check. No, Nihal's not in the event. It's Alireza Lazovic, Bortnik Fabiano, Naroditsky Pravian, Tang versus Andrakin, Magnus versus Hansen, Minlay versus Arjun, Anish versus Jose Martinez, and it's me versus Amir. No, Nihal is not playing, you guys. Okay, now it goes d5. I think I take here because if he takes, he loses the pawn, and now there's also a pin. Like I'm guarding the pawn with the knight and the rook here. I will be streaming the Bullet Chess Championship. Yes, you guys, I will be streaming that. So, like I said, the plan today a little bit weird and wacky, but we're starting. We start on Twitch as always. We're here on Kick till 12 o'clock, and at 12 o'clock we go back to Twitch because the decathlon event that I'm involved with, that we put together with the Misfits organization. I mean, when we put that all together, it was always going to be on Twitch. That was long before I'd signed the deal here on Kick. So that's going to be on Twitch from 12 to 2, and then we come right back, and I'll just probably play Bullet for half an hour, and then we have the Bullet Chess Championship at 2:30 Eastern. We get Queen D6 here. I'm going to play Knight F3. What happens in 12? We're here on Kick, just streaming. Probably I'm going to get back to the Botez Gambit after this is going to be the plan, most likely. Yeah. So, all right. Now I give up a pawn temporarily, but I can just go over and capture later on. How does it work? Do you all play at the same time or one match at a time? Yeah, so the way the matches work, they're going to be done in batches of 2. So there are currently 16 players. It's a knockout. So basically the first matches start at 12 o'clock Eastern. I said it before, actually. I'll wait till the game ends and I'll explain it one more time, but yeah, it's going to be matches of 2. The first match will be at 12 o'clock. First set of 2 will be at 12. Second set of 2 at 12:50. Third set of 2 at 1:40, and the final set of 2 at 2:30. I am in that final group at 2:30. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna go here and just trade the bishop for the knight. I'm very happy to trade the bishop because I have extra pieces. Everybody plays today. Yes, all 8 matches are today, but I think there are only 8 matches. You must have a 2-game lead to win. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'll talk about that a little bit later on, probably in regards to formatting, but yes. I'm not covering the early matches. I mean, I could cover parts, but the thing is I have my decathlon event. I'm going to go here, line up the double A battery, but we have our decathlon event, which is Crazy House. I think there's a $2,000 grand prize, which I intend to win. Of course I won't win, but nonetheless, looking forward to it. Belcar says, are there no VODs? Belcar's Creamsicle can send you the link. We put our VODs on the second YouTube channel. There's a very specific reason. I'm gonna go after pawn at F7 here, but we keep them up for like 12 to 24 hours, then we take the VODs down, and the reason for that is twofold. First reason is our commands not working. Maybe they aren't, but yeah, one second, let me get the link if it's not gonna work. Let me mute the tab so you don't hear me duplicate. Yeah, so this is what the this is where we put it. Yeah, I put it twice so you guys can see it. That's linked to our second YouTube channel. That's where most of the VODs go. So that's the first thing. But that's not the main reason. Actually, it's not, because I'm not trying to maximize money or anything like that. The reason that I do that is because right now it's not an issue, but I'm going to be honest, down the road I expect Kick to have the same issues that Twitch had with DMC and things of that nature. And I mean, why would I want to leave this up and then down the road, like let's just say in 6 months from now, have to like delete all these VODs and go through the headache and lose time and all that other stuff when I can just do it right now. So that's the main reason. I'm just gonna go check here. Let's drop the bishop back, drop the king over, keep an eye on the pawn, and just win the game. Let's go here, hit the pawns. Knight f7, go after these pawns here. So the main reason is because eventually I expect some DMCA issues, and I'd rather be prepared for it now rather than have like a ton of VODs, have to delete it and do all that other jazz. What is DMCA? DMCA is music stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna play the Hikaru Khan. Now Hikaru Khan can be very good or very bad depending. I get the active bishop, but I don't. Well, now I'm gonna get both actives again. This is a very common theme in the openings you'll see me play today, or just in general. I think at the beginner level, when you get the standard bishop development, very, very important you get that. Let's bring the knight out, play e6, develop the bishop. But you see I got both bishops out on the classic diagonals, and then I have very standard knight developments too. It's normally knight, knight, bishop, bishop, anything on the two diagonals. Yeah. Let's go knight f6 here. DMC is Dudon, Magus, Caruana, Aronian. Good one. Yeah. I think Hikaru Khan is completely reasonable. Now, multiple ways I can take, since we're playing beginners. I'm going to take with the queen. Against a stronger player like Magus, I would actually take with the pawn, because I think there could be some danger with quick development in the center here. So let's see what we get. He goes knight c3. Now this doesn't pressure the pawn, so now I'm very happy to develop the bishop, castle, king out of the center of the board. So yeah. All right, we keep going, you guys. But yeah, so as I was saying, we have the bullet brawl, which will, or not bullet brawl, but the bullet chess championship 230 is 30 minutes. Drop back, kick the knight out here. The knight's harassing the bishop. So yeah, master chef will be much later on. Yeah, we're here till 12, and then we're gonna go back to Twitch for the decathlon event that we're holding, and then we'll come right back to kick again. But decathlon, like I said, when I partnered with Misfits to do the whole event, we got our sponsorship and everything else. That's before kick, even before the whole kick contract had happened. So that's always on Twitch. I'm gonna go here in rook c8. I'm gonna try to play for the minority attack on the queen side here. Master Chef during the bullet competition, I can't do that, you guys. I don't possess such abilities. Okay, rooks are on the two files here because I want to push p and open up the queen side. Yeah, push, and now the rooks are perfectly placed to attack on these two open files eventually. Let's go here, b4 ideas again. Now the rooks make perfect sense where they're placed. So all right, he goes rook c1, good move. I'm just gonna play, I'm gonna sneeze actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go queen g6, trade some queen, and still play for the minority attack on the queen side, and take. I should have joined the viewer arena. I already have new crowd. Whoa, thanks so much to Outlaw for the host with 804 viewers. Thank you so much to Outlaw for the host. Thank you. I don't actually know why I'm not getting a notification that's showing up, but thank you so much to Outlaw for the host with 804 viewers. My name, of course, is Grandmaster Hikaru. Patreon for the sneeze. I don't do Patreon. I'll tell you guys why I don't do Patreon. I really feel like it's in the spirit to, like, if people want to subscribe, they want to donate, that's their prerogative. I feel like if I'm on Patreon, in a sense, it feels like I'm almost, I don't know if this is the right word. It feels like I'm begging or really asking for donations, or I'm asking for money. Like, I do quite well. I do quite well without it. So like, if people want to sub, donate, whatever, that's their prerogative. I'm not going to push, because frankly, I just think it's a little bit sleazy for me to do that, considering my situation. And I know people will be like, you know, people might think that's like being offensive, but I mean, I'm doing fine. So I just feel like that's just a little bit sleazy for me to do it. Let's trade the queens, play b4. And to everyone who's watching from Outlaw's channel, of course, I'm Grandmaster Hikaru. I play this game of chess primarily, currently ranked #2 in the entire world of I don't know what population growth is, but I'm gonna say roughly 7 billion maybe. So I'm currently #2, ranked 2 in the entire world of 7.888 billion. Dang, that's a huge number. Really? We're about to cross 8 billion. I mean, I just went to Google and it said population of the world. It says 7.888 billion 2021. 2023 world population clock, live population. I'm gonna be honest, isn't this kind of disturbing, you guys? This is not disturbing. I mean, I know isn't this disturbing that literally you see the number go down by one? That means someone literally just died, and then you see people being born every second. I don't know, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of disturbing to me. That's kind of disturbing. Let's take with the night. It's fake. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean but I mean, it's just the difference between that one and other ones is that it's real people. But yeah, if people want to see a better one, you guys, just since someone shows me, just 1 second, let's take a break. Let me change the scene. This is the clock that everyone would love to see. Look at this clock. Does this not get you going? Or I'm on the wrong scene. Where's the right scene? Wait, where is it? Yeah, there we go. Is this not the one that gets you guys really going? Look at this. US national debt, $32 trillion, and going up by like $10,000 in 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds it goes up. It's gonna cross 5. How long till we get to 6? Yeah, it took less than 1 minute, and our national debt went up by $100,000. Great stuff. So disturbing. Oh, and you know what's great? Look at the income tax revenue, you guys. Income tax revenue is going down. The income tax revenue is going down is going down. That's hilarious. Income tax revenue is going to be below 338 in a second. Look at that. Look at the tax revenue. It's going down. Hilarious. That's hilarious. Yep. Anyway, let's get back to the chess as we like to. So let's take the rook. Let me change the scene, of course. Yeah. Am I watching any movies? I actually, you know what? I did watch. I did finish watching Guardians of the Galaxy, the last volume on Plex last night. So play Rook B8. I would say actually it's nice to watch movies on Plex, but I'll give you guys this take also. How out of your mind do you have to be to like try and like watch a movie from Plex on Kick? Which of course XQC did do. He watched The Dark Knight on when he watched The Dark Knight on Kick most famously like 3 weeks ago, I think it was. He watched it on Plex. Like I mean I have Plex and I watch movies on Plex, but I would never in a million years, thanks so much Jonathan Rookcliffe for the 10 gifted subs, I would never in a million years think of like booting up my Plex on stream and watching a movie on stream. I'm just gonna be honest, like I don't know what he was thinking. Like I don't know what he was thinking. Yeah. Am I gonna go see Barbieheimer this weekend? Huge hype train. No, I'm not gonna go watch it. Yeah. Hikaru is a $50 million man, so you can only watch half of the movie. That's also a good one. Yeah, so to 3,000 plus people are watching. We're doing a view arena right now. I'm trying to do educational, keep the concepts very basic as much as I can. We will of course be doing more of the bow test gambit bullet speed run. Today is the one day where it's going to be very wacky because, as I said earlier, and there always are people coming in to watch, which is why I reiterate this, even if for most people I'm repeating myself. There are every second there are new people coming in to watch the stream, and so today is the one day where at 12 o'clock Eastern we have the Misfits Decathlon event with a 2,000, I believe it's $2,000, might be 1,500 grand prize for winning the event. It's a 2-hour arena of Crazy House chess. Now Crazy House is where you capture your opponent's piece. So say I capture the pawn, I get to plop a pawn on a2 and make a queen next turn. But because it's in conjunction with Misfits, and we basically put it all together prior to the kick deal happening, those events are always on Twitch. So at 12 o'clock we're going to be doing that on Twitch, and then we're going to come back here for the bullet chess championship later on. Now I play h5. I want to go g4. I played f6 to guard and then push h5, but also to cut off the e5 square. Let's take the juicer, take back with the bishop here. Did I enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy? I loved it. Actually, I'm gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy, the music is so good in those movies. Like whoever, I don't think they got an Oscar, did they? But whoever does the soundtrack, like, I know it's just of course classic oldies, but the way they put together those songs throughout the movie, it's so good. Let's Let's go here. Now I'm up 2 pawns. What I really want to do is start pushing and building a big black center. Taking, now I'll create the wide peepos here. This is actually very instructive. I go here and then I take, and the pawns are just too split. I have the wide peepos, the pawns are split wide, and I just win the game. I go here on queen. Yeah, no, the soundtrack for Guardians of the Galaxy is so good. Even if it's just classic songs, the way they put the songs is so good, so good. Can we get d4? I will play multiple options here. I'm gonna play knight f6 and e6. Now again, with black you can't guarantee the easy development of the 2 bishops as much, but I still think that there are ways to do it. So let's play d5 and develop this dark square bishop. Why am I gonna sneeze again? Let's go here in castles. Let's play b6. What is the term for pushing p? Pushing p is a term that was created on, of course, I believe it was on that Chinese instant messaging platform, also known as TikTok, which will be banned very soon by our great American government. But I think it came off of TikTok, I believe. So let's go bishop here. Fianchetto the bishop. Both bishops, by the way, on somewhat straightforward diagonals. Now, as I said, you can't get the standard development with black as much, where you get the bishops out on both of these 2 diagonals. It's just not as easy. So Hikaru, is it true GMs lose weight from chess confidence because of brain power? No, during the game you definitely do, but let's play knight bd7 here and rook c8. No, I'll tell you why I think it's gonna get banned. I'll tell you why I think it's gonna get banned, because at the end of the day, the security concerns will basically outweigh everything else, and I mean, there's no way that China's the owners are going to sell the company to a US group. So I think it will get banned, but probably, if you were to ask me, I bet that won't happen until after the election, because nobody wants to do it before the election, if you were to ask me. I bet it will be. I think it will be, also because frankly the algorithms are very are far more dangerous from what I've heard, at least. Like they're much more addictive. Like they figured out the algorithm in terms of how to hook people. But that's my guess, actually. No, I mean, I don't care. Obviously, to me it doesn't matter, but I do think that eventually it will get banned. I do think so. Yeah. Also, come on, let's be honest, you guys. We can't have China spying on us. We can only have America spying on us. I mean, let's be serious. Obviously. No, I mean, the only way that the only way that it doesn't get banned is if they sell it, because they're not gonna share, like, because they're not gonna share the algorithm, because then of course just any random US company, like even Facebook could literally just like change their algorithms completely on Instagram. Like there's no way that that's gonna happen, because they're not going to share the algorithms, and they're not, I mean, why would you want to sell the company? You don't want to sell the company. So there's a single 2 reasons there's going to be no deal. I'm sure of it. Okay. Now I've got a good position. I can open the c file, play queen a8 here. I'm not being political, by the way, when I say that, because I'm basically saying I don't really have a strong opinion either way, but I think that it will. Yeah. It goes rook d1. Now I can trade the pawn and play bishop c5. I think the move I'm going to actually play is a6, and the idea to play b5. Snap is 1322. Snap has been a dead company for a long time. I don't ever trade in Snap. I never trade. By the way, though, you know what's interesting, though, having said that, is Snap is at 13 bucks. And I remember a while back, when Facebook started its long downward slope before this massive recovery, it went down because of Snapchat. And that, I recall at the time, I think Snapchat was somewhere around 20 bucks. So it's interesting that Snapchat is down from where it was, and Facebook is like up like maybe 100% from when it was going down because of Snap. So, all right. So anyway, there's rook c8. Do I think Snap will go up? That's an interesting pair trade, not pair trade because TikTok isn't public, but that's an interesting trade possibility. Yeah, like if I really believe that, then yes. If I believe that TikTok is going to get banned, then probably I should. Maybe I'll look at some far out leaps. I'm going to play rook c8 here, maybe b5 next move. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Interesting thought. Yeah. Don't buy snap. No, I'd probably buy some far out call options if I was going to do it. I'll play b5 here. Like if I firmly believe what I just said about it getting banned post election, then probably what I would do is I'd buy something like June. I'd buy June. The election is midterms are when? Midterms are 2024, right? Yeah, but see, it's not the right time because the midterms are like November 2024. So I'd have to buy some calls for 2025. That's too far away. Let's go bishop e4. But like if we get to like July of next year, that would be a time where snap hasn't moved. I'd probably start thinking about buying like June 2025 calls. Oh, are the midterms this November? Oh, okay. But here, I mean, I don't keep track of this stuff, you guys. Yeah, midterms are 2024, right? Because they were 2022. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Do we get bishop c5 here? Good move for my opponent to trade off some pieces. I will just trade. I think I'm just gonna play h6, create the look for the king here, and then I can take back with the rook on c8. TikTok ban is ridiculous. If you saw the conference, politicians don't even know. Oh, I didn't say the politicians know what they're saying. I never said that. I never said that. But I think at the end of the day, they're gonna hear all the classic keywords about, you know, the spying. They're stealing user data that's outside the parameters of what they're supposed to be doing, and they have a very aggressive algorithm that's kind of like that basically just hooks people in to waste all their time on the app. So I think because of those 3 key points, they're gonna find some way to ban it eventually. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, I didn't say the politicians know what they're talking about. I mean, it was painful watching. It was bad enough watching them when they were talking about, I think it was it Facebook? I think it was when Zuckerberg was like in front of Congress. Just watching that was very painful, because yes, they literally asking questions that were, I don't know, let's just say not real questions. Okay, let's take the pawn. I'm gonna play rook to d1. Stealing data, yeah, stealing data, it's only allowed if we do it. Like, it's only allowed if we do it. I don't think this guy is smurfing. No, he's playing a good game. Now I get rook d1 with kebab. He's also 1600. He's not a total beginner. Yeah. Okay, let's go king h7 here. Yeah. Imagine your private photos and messages going to Chinese database. Of course, obviously. But anyway, like I said, I don't really have a strong opinion either way, but I think the politicians will find a way to. I think they'll find a way to ban it. Just my personal opinion. So we'll see. Time will tell. But they're not. There's no way the owners are going to sell the company. And there's no way they're going to share probably the proprietary algorithm. So if they're not going to do those 2 things, I mean, I don't know why. There's no other resolution. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play e5 and knight 6. Now the problem, as I said, is that with black you can't always get the classic 2 bishops development. So probably I'm gonna play a6 and b5. Oh, he goes d4. Okay, so we got the Scotch opening here. I'm gonna play bishop c5 with queen f6, the classic Charlie opening. I do think bishop c5 is the best way to play against the Scotch with the black pieces with queen f6. Now, of course, if XQC had taken even 5 minutes to work with me, he would have avoided losing in 6 moves to Charlie. Alas, he did not, and he lost in 6. So we'll take the knight here. White was supposed to play c3, by the way, but he didn't. So now I take the knight, and now I'm up a piece. Good luck, Hikaru. Hope you win the BCC. Well, BCC today is only match number 1. There will be matches the entire week. It is a double elimination, so probably I will be playing through at least Wednesday, hopefully. But we'll see. So he plays c3. I'm going to go knight e6 here. Will I follow the bullet on stream? We're gonna be playing the decathlon, which is Crazy House. I might follow periodically. Let me see, when did the matches start? So there's one that starts at 150 between Magus and Eric. So I might cover the second to last up, or the last up before I play, which has Magus Carlsen versus Eric Hansen and Min Lei versus Arjun. But I will be playing the final set along with Jose and Anish. So yeah, I mean Magus is gonna spank Eric, and I don't mean that in like a weird way, but he's gonna destroy Eric. Eric has no chance. Yeah, actually here's a hot take. Speaking of the chess pros, I'll give you guys a hot take. I think relative to their classical ratings, Amon is a much better. Amon is actually very, very good at bullet relative to his rating in regular chess, whereas I think Eric's is a little bit of a disappointment. Like if I look at Amon, like he's like 2900. Like Amon is legitimately like really. Amon is really surprisingly good considering how low his classical rating is. Eric, considering Eric's classical rating, his bullet is just not there. Relatively speaking, yeah, I know. I'm actually like I'm impressed when I see Amon play bullet. I'm impressed considering how low his classical rating is. I'm pretty impressed by his bullet. It's not even really that spicy objectively, but I think it's true because Amon, like he's like what 2400 and he's like 2400 classical and like 2900 plus in bullet when he's playing well, and like Eric is like high 3000s, but he's like 2600 over the board. Yes, I'm super salty. Yes, I'm very salty, you guys. Yes. How do you even come up with salty? I don't even understand how you come up with that. Yeah. Now I play knight g6. I'll go here, hit the rook on f1. I can always castle, which is why I'm not rushing to castle here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm salty. I'm salty. Yeah, you guys are on fire this morning. But again, big shout out to everybody who's watching, the 3,000 plus of you guys. Hope you're having a fabulous morning in the wide world. So we're playing an arena, of course, playing against lower rated players. Again, to all lower rated players. Now I'm going to sound like an ego Andy for a second, but I hope you guys are enjoying this opportunity to play against me, because obviously in the old days this did not exist. If you wanted to play against me, normally the only real chance you had was via, say, simultaneous exhibitions, and usually in order to do simultaneous exhibition, that required people giving me good old-fashioned cash to show up. So I hope all the beginners here are enjoying this chance to play against me in this viewer arena, because in the old days it would cost a lot of money for people to have me go and do these things. So all right, and also, as I said before, as I've said many times, is also why I think that in terms of streaming, it's going to be very, very difficult to convince top players to stream, because the way it works in chess for top players is that they always get paid no matter what. Some of you may or may not know this, but chess tends to be a game that has very socialistic traditions, from the standpoint that when you play tournaments, you always get paid. Now in the US, that's not the case. You play open tournaments in the US, if you win the tournament, you can make $10,000, $20,000. If you don't do well, you will make zero. You'll be out your airfare, you will pay for your hotel, paid for food, and lost money on the tournament. Normally in Europe, that's not how it works. Generally people get paid no matter what. So as I was saying, like, one of the things that makes it very hard for top chess players is that they get paid no matter what. And so the notion of streaming, where you do not get paid anything, there's no guaranteed income, and you're basically just having fun and hoping it turns into something more, makes it very unlikely. Because like with simultaneous exhibitions, if I were to go and do a simultaneous exhibition, normally I get paid, in the old days at least, in the range of maybe $10,000 to show up and do a simultaneous exhibition. And so just think about it this way: if I'm going to go do a simultaneous exhibition, play against some of these lower rated players, I'm going to get $10,000. Like, it's great, right? It's fabulous. But then if you tell Fabiano, hey Fabiano, you got to stream and play these guys, and he'd be like, but where's my $10,000? I mean, maybe I'm going to get some gifted subs for like $20, but where's my, I mean, $20, $10,000, I'm not making any money to stream. Why would I stream? So that is one of the things that I think is a big impediment to, where my 10,000 bananas. Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest impediments to top players streaming, and why I'm not so optimistic that there will be more of them even after I stop. Yeah. So this hangs the rook on e1. I just take. I'm gonna go for the classic Lolly checkmate in honor of Giambattista Lolly, the famous Italian chess player from the 1700s. So, yeah, I play here, and I'm just going to checkmate. This is classic Lolly. So yeah, that is the one thing. Yeah, rook f1 was also checkmate in one, but the Lolly is better. So go checkmate. Next game. Okay. This time let's play the English. So that is the one thing with streaming that I think makes it very difficult, because in chess, if you're a top player, if you play a tournament, you get paid. They're guaranteed prize. Say you play in a grand chess tournament, 10th place, last place gets paid money. So you're guaranteed to make money that way, or through exhibitions and other things. Whereas with streaming, you have no guarantees. Okay, let's capture this way to open up the diagonals. It's a little bit more traditional. Let's go knight 3, knight 2. Why not do both? Like, can't they? Because to build a streaming career, to be successful, you have to put in a lot of hours, a lot of work to build it up, and that will take away from the time that you spend studying chess. Now, some of us, like that Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura, he can actually do it, but for most people, it's very difficult to utilize their time in that manner. Now, I played b3 because what I'm actually going for is I want to guard the pawn here so I can rotate the knight to e3 and then d5 or f5. If I go right away to f1, I hang the pawn. So yeah, but yeah, that's the thing, is that like when you play chess as a pro, you have guaranteed income. Like, you're guaranteed to make money regardless of how well or how poorly you do in the tournament, or through exhibition. So like with streaming, you have to do it kind of almost every day, which takes away from your ability to study consistently. And of course, you're doing it and hoping it turns into something more, but you have no guaranteed return. There's no guaranteed money coming in from streaming the same way. So that's why I think for a lot of GMs or a lot of top players, it's very unlikely they will ever get into streaming because of that exact reason. Yeah, there's nothing guaranteed. Like, yeah, I mean, someone can come in and donate $100, but it's like $100 versus like trying to do an exhibition. Now, I go knight d5 to plop the knight here. I reopen the diagonal. I can also go here. If he takes, I undouble these two stackers. Why don't chess players trash talk each other to sell events like in boxing? Frankly, because at the end of the day, it just doesn't work. I mean, we have too much respect for each other. That's the bottom line. We have too much respect for each other. Like, because so few people can make a living as a professional chess player, there's this level of respect that is just like, it's different. Like, I would say, I mean, like, if you had like, if the top 1,000 chess players made a living from the game, maybe there would be more trash talk. But at the end of the day, they're only probably 20 to 25 people who make a living from it. And so when there's so few people who make a living, like, I mean, you can trash talk to some degree, but you can't. It's almost kind of like, it's just ridiculous, because we're all in the same boat of people trying to make a living, and we know how lucky we are. So that's why it's just not realistic to have it. Now, I undoubled the stacked pawns. I also open up the diagonal, and I have c4 here. I could have taken the pawn, but there's no need. I'm just going to play for a theme of playing on the queen side. 1 2 3, play on the c file. So chess is like the worst sport to get into, that only 25 people can make money from it. In terms of making a living, yes. I'm also going to do a rook c1 b4 c5 here. Yeah, I mean, it's just the reality. Chess is very brutal in terms of making a living as a player. Checkers is worse, true. Let's go b4 c5, play on the c file here. More than 25 people with number 86 can make a living traveling age on the stands. Number 86 traveling age on the stands. Number 86. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but when you say make a living, I mean, you're talking like maybe $20,000 or something after expenses. No, I mean, you're not talking about a lot of money. It's very minimal. Let's go c5 here. Yeah. Now I'm going to play bishop f1 or queen e2 or moves like that. So yeah, I mean, it depends on what your definition of making a living is, obviously. That's what it depends upon. But anyway, yeah. Okay, takes. I'm just going to go here and hit the knight. Take back with the bishop. Hypothetically, would you want your children to play chess? No, I won't teach them chess. No. 20K a month? No, like 20K a year. No, I'm saying like 20K a year. I'm not saying 20K a month, you guys. I'm saying like 20K a year. Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. Okay, let's take with the bishop here. What most chess players do is actually they end up teaching chess. That's what they do. Most chess players who are grandmasters, they go and they start teaching chess at about $100 an hour. Those are generally the rates. Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends where you are in the world, obviously. Like some places like India, $20,000 a year is like a fortune. So it all depends where you are, but I mean, I should clarify that when I talk about like making income from chess, I am talking like primarily Western world, like Germania or the United States or France or like Western world, like first world countries when I say that. So I should clarify that to be completely clear. But yes, that's what I'm saying is basically that. Yes, it is what it is. Hikaru, do you love us? Of course I do. I'd gladly go grab a beer with most of chat. I do that then go hang out with billionaires. I'll say that. Like I have an open invite to go see billionaires with like 25 billion or something in New York, and I mean I could go and do it, but like I'm just not. I don't know. I'd rather stream and hang out with the normal common folk. Let's go bishop takes c7 here. My opponent defending very well. King b7 is an excellent move here. So I can play like queen takes e4 next move, maybe queen c4. Yeah. See what we get here. He goes rook c8. I will just take the knight here. Probably take. He's playing a great game. I'm just gonna finish him off on time. Actually, I'll go here. Oh, whoopsie! I thought he was gonna take with a knight. Okay, he goes there. Okay, I'll just take go here, threaten queen a7, go check. If king c6 I take the queen or checkmate in Uno. There we go. Next game. So after this, I think we're going to move on to the Botez Gambit speed run. We're gonna get back, try to push our rating up near like 2100 if we can. As I said before, with the openings with black, when they play d4 specifically, generally you can't get the classic two bishops development. Let's go check maybe c5. Let's go d5 and castles. Simple chess so far. Develop the bishop, castle the king. I'm going to develop the other bishop now. The decathlon event is at 12 o'clock Eastern, so in about 2 hours from now. 2 hours. Yes, that's when we have that. So as I said before, and because there are always new people popping into chat, today is going to be a pretty unusual day. We are starting we're starting out here on Kick. We will go back to Twitch for the decathlon from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. So in 2 hours we'll go back to Twitch for 2 hours, and then we'll come back to Kick for the remainder of the day. I will of course be playing the Bullet Chess Championship match against Amir Ohanian from Armenia. So it's gonna be a little bit weird, a little bit of back and forth, just because the decathlon event is sponsored and I do it on Twitch. But overall, it's gonna be a fun day. So I hope you guys are ready for a nice start to your new week, and hope that everybody is gonna get over their case with the Mondays, as we like to say. Hope somebody's not having a case with the Mondays. The guy you're playing doesn't sound real. Road to GM, it's a real username. Yes, it is. Now I think I've said this before, but at the beginner level it's very hard to play structure with the pawn from the bishop because you don't always understand what the ideas are. I'm gonna go rook e1 and knight bd2. It's not Amir, it's Amir. Isn't that the same thing? Maybe that's not the same thing, because Armenia is a Christian country, right? So actually Amir would be a like Muslim Middle Eastern name, whereas Armenia is all about that Christian religion, right? So let's go knight to e4 here, and maybe knight f6 next move. Yeah, Amir is 100% like a Muslim name. Yeah. Armenia is not Muslim. In fact, I think a lot of the issues between Armenia and Azerbaijan are specifically related to religion, aren't they? Because isn't Armenia traditionally like Christian, and like the whole dispute, they're like Christian, and I thought the Azerbaijan is like Muslim. I could be wrong on that, but I thought that was a large part of the issues between Armenia and Azerbaijan is like it's the usual religious stuff. Also, of course, Jesus was there, because wasn't Noah's Ark in Armenia? Wasn't Noah's Ark like Noah's Ark was at the top of Mount Ararat, right? Yeah. I thought that was where the Noah's Ark is. Isn't it at the top of Mount Ararat in Armenia, or am I crazy? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to play c6 and rook c8 here. Tough position to play here again with this bad bishop on the light squares behind the pawns, but it's okay. We've hit the politics and religion already. Damn. Well, no, we haven't really hit it. I was just saying that my opponent, his name is apparently Amin. I said Amir because I thought that was his name, but he's Armenian, so his name can't be Amir, I think. I'm not religious at all. I don't believe in that. Why can't people just get along? Let's change the song. Here's a song for the day. Here's the song for the day. Yeah, here's the song for the day. Let's play the song. Here's the song for the day. This is my attitude towards all of this. Play A5. Here's the song for the day. If takes, I'm gonna go bishop A6 and hit the queen and the rook. Turn it up. Yeah, turn it up. Yes, I'll turn it up a little bit just for this one song. Can't we be friends? Can't we be friends? This is my song, okay? So this is pretty much my attitude towards all this stuff. Let's go C5 and trade some pawns. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Yeah, I'm gonna go C4 here next. Let me turn it back down. But yeah, anyway, that's the song, you guys. That's the song. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, this is my general thought towards a lot of these things. Okay, I'm gonna go C4 here, connect the pawns. I should be doing pretty well. I can just go rook C8, I guess. Simple play. Oh, this is what my opponent should say when he offers a draw and he offers a draw in a losing position. Yeah. Right. But anyway, yeah, so that's the bottom line, you guys. As far as all this stuff goes, like that's how I feel about it. It's like I find all of it just very depressing. Go C3 here because I have a rook on the C file to put pressure on everything. Am I into aviation? What do you mean by into aviation? Do you mean, do I like, am I like a aircraft aficionado or like, what do you mean by that? I don't know. I will play bullet probably. Maybe I'll play bullet, maybe I won't. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I'm playing bullet after this for sure. Jesus didn't go there. Yeah, but Noah's Ark was at the top of Mount Ararat, which I have seen actually. I have seen Mount Ararat. Yeah, see, like they've even found Noah's Ark, right? It looks like they found it on Mount Ararat. Yeah, they found it. They found it at Mount Ararat. Now I'm gonna take the rook here. My opponent has a problem with the pin, so I'm just gonna go here and play rook c7, rook c8, or knight e4 to hit the bishop. I can either stack the two towers, 1-2, or play this. I'm gonna stack the two towers here. No, I just googled it. They said they found it. Like no National Geographic. The exploration team is 99.9% sure, others well aren't. The team claims to have found in 2007 2008 7 large wooden compartments buried at 13,000 feet 4,000 meters above sea level near the peak of Mount Ararat. They returned to the site with a film crew in October 2009. Yeah. But where is it? I mean, like, I don't get it though. It actually, it's not clear. Where'd they find that? Where are the wooden pieces? Go G6 and attack the queen on rook C8. Yeah, I mean, because surely if they found it, shouldn't they be on YouTube? Let me go to YouTube. Wasn't that all just fictional story? I don't know. I'm gonna look it up on YouTube because YouTube always tells me the truth about everything. Second deck. Yeah, it doesn't look clear cut. Actually, it doesn't look clear cut. Let's go A4 A3. They never found it since it never existed. Play queen takes B5 and attack the knight and then A3. No, I mean they probably found it. Let's just trade the queens here and go rook C2. I mean, come on, if the Tower of Babel exists, then of course Noah's Ark existed. What are you guys talking about? Okay, my opponent plays c4. Now against the English, you can actually get pretty traditional development. So I'm gonna go for traditional development here, where I get the knights and the 2 bishops out on the classic 2 diagonals. Yeah, let's go knight f6 and castles. I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna go a6 with knight a4. I can retreat the bishop back to a7, and I'll develop the bishop, develop the rooks to the center of the board. Very standard development here. Let's go here, keep the pin alive. Gonna go rook e8, queen d7, rook a d8. That's why I listen to that understated sarcasm crap. No, but the Tower of Babel is legitimately real. I mean, I'm not trolling on that. They did find it. The Tower of Babel was like somewhere in it was what was it called, Amenkithal or what? I don't remember how you spell it, but let's go queen d7, rook a d8. Now my opponent sees 1 2 3 guarding, but I have 1 2 3. I win the trade. Let's take and take. No, I mean, the Tower of Babel exists. It was a Tower of Babel. It was like somewhere. It was like Amenki or somewhere. No, it used to exist. It used to exist. Yeah, it was some town. Yeah, Etta Menanke is where it was. Yeah. Okay, it goes bishop takes b7. I'm going to take the pawn and go for the checkmate with knight h4 and queen h2. Yeah. Yeah. They have like the aerial views of where the Tower of Babel was in Etta Menanke. Yeah. Come on, you guys. Study up on your history. Okay, I take here, and now he can't take due to the pin. So let's see what we get here. Anyway, all right, he goes knight e2 here. Now I can simply just take the horse. He hangs the queen and he loses the game. Bible stories are not history. Okay, yes, thank you. Let's play e4 here. Develop the knights and the bishops here. Keep it going. Big shout out to everybody who's watching on this fine Monday morning. We are starting out with View Arena here. We're winding it down slowly but surely. I'm going to return to the Botez Gambit speed run. We are going to end up going back to Twitch for the decathlon, 2-hour Crazy House decathlon. Now, Crazy House, for anybody who's wondering, when you capture an opponent's piece, you get it and you can place it on the board. So if I capture the pawn here, I take the pawn, I can then spam a pawn on g5 to hit the knight next turn. So yeah, so we're gonna do the Botez Gambit Bolt speed run. We're gonna do the then we're going back to Twitch for the decathlon. Then of course we're coming back to kick for the main event, which will be my matchup in the Bulls Jet Championship against Amin Ohanian, not to be confused with Alexis Ohanian, the Reddit guy or whatever. But let's go knight e2 here. I'm playing knight g3, h3, bishop g5, and castles, and keep it rolling. How are the viewership numbers following the kick transfer? Match my expectation. They're above my expectation. The numbers are great. Considering that here on Kick we don't have Chess TV, which has been a major boost for all the streamers, myself, Gotham Chess, Botez, etc. The fact that we don't have that, my numbers have been great. We cracked 6K I think 2 days ago on the stream. Numbers have exceeded my expectation, and I think a large part of that also is that's a lot of the influence of Mr. Felix starting to stream here on Kick as well, Felix Longgel, because the numbers have gone up a lot since he switched over. I mean, switched over is too strong term, because he's streaming all the time, everywhere, on all the platforms. Let's go f4 and open up the king side here. I would normally not do this, but I'm playing for a theme. So I'm gonna go here, hit both of these pawns. I sent X a message last night. I don't think he responded though. Let me check. Yeah, I sent him a message. He didn't respond, so I don't know. Let's go knight f3, e5 idea with the fork. So we'll see. Saw Tyler one streaming chess. Rest in peace, Hikaru. Rest in peace, Magus. What do you mean? Am I wearing a kimono? No, of course I'm wearing a classic. Sure, this was going to be part of my merch run that that never happened. Let's take the pawn here. Hit the pawn at h6, knight on b8. Tyler one was playing chess. Is Tyler one playing PogChamps or something? Because I don't understand. I don't know. Go king h1. There's no real reason for this, but I just want to dodge anything weird happening on the diagonal. I don't know if Tyler one is playing PogChamps or what's going on. I have no idea, but I did see a little bit of, obviously very painful to watch on some level, but I mean, I hope that Tyler one's just playing chess because he likes it. He's not actually playing PogChamps, because I mean that is the one thing that I would say let's play g4 and h3 here. Is that, you know, when I was involved with PogChamps and talking to some of the creators, like the single most important thing that I felt was that you don't sort of the creators, if they're going to be playing in PogChamps, they know what they're signing up for, as opposed to just thinking it's like you literally show up for a game and that's all there is. There are a lot of games where that's what it is. Like if you're involved in like Twitch Rivals or many Twitch Rivals events where you just show up for the game and that's it. But with like PogChamps, you have to put in time actually studying the game, like whether it's studying, taking lessons, whether it's just playing a lot. There's much more than simply the competition in and of itself. So that's why, like, I was always very careful to tell some of the creators, like when they had some interest in playing in PogChamps, you know, like what it entailed, as opposed to I'm thinking it's just like show up for a few hours. Because in some of the early ones, chess.com told players that basically the commitment was like, it was like 8 hours, because literally that was a commitment in terms of the amount of time you had to put into play in the event. So again, I don't know if Tyler's competing or not, but if he is, like, I really do hope that he was made aware of what, like, it's not just as simple as showing up and playing. There he goes, knight e5. I'm gonna go knight f4. Good move, knight e5, to go for knight f3 here. Is Tyler one lazy? I don't know who he is. No, he's not lazy, but chess is just a very, very difficult game. It's a very difficult game, so we'll see. Play queen e2 and queen g2 here. Hit the rook. I want to go knight d5, maybe fork him with knight f6, knight e7 ideas down the road. Okay, you played it for a variety stream, not any commitment. Okay, good. That's good. But I mean, he was playing it the other day too, though. He was playing it the other day. I mean, he was playing it after the competition, right? No, he was playing it like yesterday or the day after. He's playing it for fun though. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, that's good. Because like one example, I can give you guys a direct example. I'm gonna go knight d5 here, go for the fork on f6 here. Like a very direct example, someone I had a conversation with a while back, about, it was like PogChamps 3, I think it was actually Tifu, you know, who recently retired. Hopefully he's enjoying hopefully he's enjoying retirement. But Tifu actually, like, he wrote me a DM and he asked me about PogChamps, whether it's worth playing. And like, as like I told him, like, you know, yes, you'll have to play, but it's going to be much more than just like, it's going to be more than just like a show up for the game situation. You're gonna probably commit like 2 or 3 hours every day. It's like he's like dang, that's the amount of time I put into my workouts. and so like he didn't end up playing in PogChamps. I think it was probably for the best, because like it's really important, because these streamers have been so successful and they're so accomplished in what they're doing. They should be aware that like if you show up for PogChamps, and you know, like if you're told PogChamps is gonna be 8 hours and you realize it's like you have to try hard, you feel like you've sort of been misled. So I'm gonna trade the pawns here, go knight f6 and maybe play c5 next move. And so it's just like, it's really critical that as far as PogChamps goes, like the creators are aware of what it is. It goes here. I'm gonna play knight 6. One is blind chess championship. The blind chess championship is, sorry, the bullet chess championship is going to be it starts at 12 o'clock Eastern. I have the last match starting at 2:30, so it's gonna be a couple hours later. Okay, you guys, okay, let's let's focus. Play knight 6, put pressure on the pawn in the center of the board here. Okay, yeah. Let's take, actually, you know, it's a funny thought though. Could chess.com do it? Could they have a blindfold event for all of us? Literally. Go here. I'm wondering about that. No, I think I want to see. You know what, I think that's the next thing. I'm gonna try to find a sponsor for it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find a sponsor for like a one-day online event like that, where it's like Magnus, myself, a bunch of us play, but we literally play with no pieces. Yeah, because for example, I can show you guys, like I can just do this. Where are the pieces? Board pieces, blindfold. I do this. And what was this last one? This last one was knight e4. So now I'm gonna play knight takes e4. Okay, he just takes the bishop. I'm gonna play f5. Idea to play e4 and win the pawn at h2. I just want to go here and build space. Let's see what he's gonna play here. He checks. I'll go king h8. It's all pretty normal. The way that I know the positions, I see the notation, by the way. So I just play king h8 here. Let's see what he's gonna do. I still want to go for e4 and bishop h2. That's my idea. Yeah, let's see what he does. Yeah, now I actually have to pay a little bit of attention to this. Yeah, I have to pay a little bit of attention because I didn't see the game from the start, so I know, I more or less know where the pieces are, but it's not like branded onto my head. So let's see what he does. He plays h3. I'm still gonna go e4. Now I did hang the pawn on d4, but I have bishop c5 and queen b6, so it should be okay. Yeah, let's see what he does. I mean maybe he won't take. We'll see if he actually takes or not. Yeah, because I do have to think now a little bit more. I do have to think. Yeah. So yeah, so he did take, so I go bishop c5, queen guards the bishop. It's not a Botez gambit here. Let's see what he does. Yeah, I mean I have to pay a little bit more attention, a little bit more attention here, because like if I lose the board I could lose this game. I have some blindfold videos on YouTube, by the way. This is not my first rodeo. He plays queen d2. I'm gonna go rook d8 idea, bishop e6 to pin the bishop. So here I pin the bishop here. Now he is guarding it with the he's guarding with the pawn on c4. Can the viewers, yeah, I mean the way that I did it when I actually did it before is obviously I have my board and then I create a window which I just minimized, which actually is following the game. So so I have a board that's following so people could see it. b4 is a good move. I'm gonna go bishop d6 idea, bishop h2 again though. But yeah, let's see what he does here. If he takes, he gets fossilized by the right triangle, of course. Plays g3. I could sack. Yeah, I can pre-move queen g3 because if he doesn't take, it won't be executed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still drawing the arrows. Yeah, because normally what I do is I have a second board that I just minimize, so you guys see that board, and you see my board where I don't see the game. If he takes, I take. He goes queen g2. That just hangs the bishop, right? Did I blunder or did he blunder? He can't capture. There's a bishop on c1, right? There should be a bishop on c1 unless I'm crazy. I already did a speed run. I did a blindfold speed run, you guys. I'm gonna go f4, so on bishop b2 I have queen g3, check to stop, the classic checkmate with the right triangle. I already did a blindfold speed run, you guys. I already did one. I did that in 2020. Let's take. Plays rook g1, so he's trying to go for rook some threat on g file. I think I'll play rook g8. Oh, I had rook g5 to trade the rooks. Oh, I had rook g5 to check the king and trade the rooks. I should have played rook g5. Well, let's see. Do it again. Yeah, what do you play? King h4. Let's go check. There should be a way to win the game pretty soon. If he blocks, I will trade the rooks. Go check. Yeah, I don't know where I got to. Yeah, he plays king g4. I think I'm gonna go h6 idea, rook g5 and rook f4 checkmate with the classic side ladder. Checkmate, right? Yeah, of course it's checkmate, obviously. Very easy. King can't go anywhere, you guys, of course. That's how. So pieces should be ICC, right? There we go. Oh wait, no, wrong pieces, sorry. They should be glass, wrong one. But yeah, obviously that's what I wait, what were my pieces? Wait, marble? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, now what was my set? Pieces were glass, then why is the board wrong? The board's wrong though. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. Oh, all right, let's keep going. Next game. Yeah, I got confused. Let's play e4 here. Yeah, no, I got confused for a second, but yeah, so the way that I would do it if I'm playing blindfold, see, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. Let me find a video. Yeah, like here's how I would do it, just to show you guys, because I'll just show you for one second. Let me mute this, stop this music. Yeah, so it's like on my main YouTube channel, you guys, but I'll just show it to you. Like this is an example. Like you see this, this is how I would do it. So you see, let me turn off the closed captions. Like I did this is a video that was released 4 years ago. Oh my god, you guys, this video was 4 years ago. Holy, this video was from 4 years ago, you guys. This was from July of 2021. But the way I would do it, you guys, is that, yeah, this is the wall. Look at this wall behind me now, right? Look at the wall. This is all I had. I had one little art piece back on my wall back then. But yeah, I did this, so you see, this is the board up here that I could see. up top, and then I have the big board here that you guys can see. So that's how I did it back then. Also got a lack of development, so not only does he have an open king, no dark square bishop around his king, open h. Yeah, this is 2019, you guys. It says 4 years ago. Development on the king side is queen side is an issue. Super Saiyan says, does Eric need to do that too? No, I mean, yeah, so this is 4 years ago. Anyway, all right, let's get back to our main scene. Let me make another move. Let me change the scene, of course. But yeah, the old days, you guys, the old days. Yeah, let me copy the link, by the way. Wait, how do I see the whole link? There's the whole link. Let me copy this and let me put this here. Here's the whole link to that video, you guys. Yeah, let's play knight c3 here. Yes, a last time. Yeah, a last time. Play knight e2, knight g3 here. Yeah, let's go knight g3. Yeah, that was pre-COVID-19, you guys. That it said 4 years ago on the video. So I mean, I could go into my channel and literally dig it up. I mean, I'll pull it off and let me actually see if I can find this. Does it show when it says 4? Oh no, oh my god, you guys, this was more than 4 years ago. That video I uploaded that video on May 15th 2019. Oh my god, oh my god. That was May 15th 2019. Wow, that's insane. That's actually insane. Go here. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play a4 to stop b5, step 1. I'm gonna go d3 and try to attack maybe on the king side here. Great bishop scope, great knights, very easy free-flowing play. Yeah, so anyway, he goes here. Now I'm gonna play g3. First of all, it cuts off knight f4. Secondly, it supports a pawn thrust to kick this knight out of town. Yeah, decathlon starts at 12 o'clock Eastern. So decathlon's at 12 o'clock. We're gonna get back to the Bolt speed run pretty soon. The Botez Gambit Bolt speed run. So that's what we're gonna be doing. 15 months ago, where yeah, different honestly, different lifetime ago. Play h4. Idea to play h5 here. Yeah, knight b4. I'm gonna play h5, kick the knight back. Yeah, let's go knight e5 here. Great knights, active queen, active everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go queen g4 to threaten me. Oh, I played the wrong order. I was supposed to take first. Yeah, I played the wrong order. I'll still win anyway. Yeah, I was supposed to take on d7 first and then go queen g4, but whatever. Oh, I also have h6 maybe here. He goes g6. Oh, let's just take and take and take and take. Actually, you know what? I can do something. Actually, I shouldn't. I think I'm gonna check here and play like bishop h6, maybe something simple. Take and take. Why not try playing a game where you're just allowed to type chess notations? I mean, I could do that too. Let's go for check. Classic Pyramid of Giza here because of the capture. Go here, bring the towers into the game and win. When am I going to Azerbaijan? I'll be going at the end of July. I'll be going to Constantinople for a few days before going on to Baku. So that's my plan. Let's go check and mate. And then let's keep going. Next game, time for one more. Play e4 again. Like I said, standard development, always the best way to play it. And as a beginner, always the best way to play it. Let's go knight c3 here. So yeah, I'll be going end of July. I'll be going to Constantinople for a few days. Then I'll be going to then I'll be going to Baku for the FIDE World Cup. Let's play knight f3 here to straightforward development. Go bishop g5 here. Istanbul is not Constantinople. I mean, Byzantium is Istanbul. I know it's a long flight. It's like a 12-hour flight to Byzantium from Miami. So let's take and play c3 and queen a4, or let's just trade. I could take the pawn, but I'm gonna play for simple themes with like f4 and e5 using the bishop and the rook. Perfectly straightforward. Go f4. Have I heard Johnny Cash sing Barbie Girl? No, it's probably AI generated. Yeah. Am I trying to trigger Turkish people? I thought I thought everyone would be proud. I mean, it's great that it's been such a famous city for so many, for like more than like a millennia. I don't know why that'd be insulting. Yeah, how's that actually insulting? If anything, that's like a compliment to the amazingly long history of the city. Yeah. Let's go E5. I'm just saying, like, Byzantium, Constantinople, Istanbul, I mean, it's all the same. Let's take. Okay, now I just go rookie 1, capture the queen, and I win. Do an in-flight stream. The Wi-Fi is not strong enough for that on any plane. Some of the airlines actually, like United, have the unlimited, but it's just very slow. But then there's some that have there's some like Swiss Airlines which are just terrible, where basically it's like you get like 20 megabytes. That's all you get, 20 megabytes of speed, and if you pay for it, you get like 100 megabytes. That's it. That's all you get. So there are a lot of airlines where you can't, it's literally impossible. I mean, down the road, I assume eventually airplanes will get like Starlink or something along those lines, and it will be possible, but right now it's not. So no, I mean 20 megabytes isn't, that's your total usage, you guys. I don't mean 20, I mean that's your total usage. I don't mean upload download. I mean you have 20 megabytes. That's it. That's 20. Yeah, that's it, and you're done. So Constantinople is the Greek name. Turkish people call it Istanbul. I mean it's all the same though. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't mean the speed, you guys. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying the upload download speed. I'm saying that's your total usage, or megabyte versus megabit. Okay, whatever. Yeah, go check and mate. This is why you should buy your own jet. Even if you have your own jet, I don't think you have it. Although it's true, actually, you're right, because I remember I was on a private jet. I don't need to say why, but I was actually on a private jet in like 2018. I was on a private jet on a flight from one of the private airfields in New York to Florida, and I remember on the plane, yeah, we were all able to use our cell phones. That's actually true. We had signal in the air. We were not on Wi-Fi. We all had signals on our phones. So I'm gonna go knight f3 here. Yeah, and I can hit the pawn at e5. Never beating a 50 million allegation. No, you guys, because there was someone I knew who runs a hedge fund, and I was on their private jet flying to Florida. Stop being all weird about it, you guys. Stop being all weird. No, not Jeffrey Epstein. Very funny, you guys. Very funny. Let's take. Yeah, let's take the pawn on e5. Hikaru was a test run for the jet before he buys it. Yeah, it's a lower cruising altitude. Yeah, it definitely is. Signals on transatlantic, yeah, because it was just a flight from New York to Florida. It wasn't a flight from it wasn't like across the ocean. Probably it's much harder. Yeah. So anyway, let's take the bishop here, play bishop g5 and castles. But yeah, so anyway, that I remember though, I do remember that on that, like there was signal. Let's go f3 here, maybe bishop e3 and castles. I'm up a pawn here. I have a nice central chain of pawns. Trade pieces, extra pawn, +1. +1 is always a good sign. Now I just castle. Is this the George Lopez song? Is this the George Lopez song? I think it is, right? Castles here. Turks are disrespected when you say Constantinople. I didn't know that actually. Okay, but they aren't disrespected if you say Byzantium, I'm guessing. Take with a knight here, knight b4, or I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's all the same thing. It's the same thing. I mean, it's like my stepdad doesn't get offended when, you know, if someone calls his country Ceylon, he doesn't get offended. It's like, I mean, Ceylon or Sri Lanka, like it's the same thing. Like no big deal. Let's just trade all the pieces off the board because I'm up a pawn here. Yeah, man, kick is amazing. I'm loving it on kick. Anyway, let's change the song. Okay, again, extra pawn. Andy is doubles, easy win. So in some of the short European ferries, they advise you to turn off data because in international waters is $13 per megabyte download or megabit download. maybe, but you know, for me, I mean, I don't spend any extra money. I just use Google Fi. I spend my like 25 bucks a month, and I latch onto whatever the local provider is outside the US, so I don't have such issues. But hey, if you live in Europe, I mean, that's what socialism does. You get terrible quality and you overpay for everything. All right, let's go G3 here. Maybe A3, B4, maybe B3, maybe C4. Should be pretty good for me. I go E5. I'll just take the pawn on C5, and go A4 and A5 here. So good stuff. How would I stop blundering pieces? Not super easy. Go here. When you're down pieces, you want to trade pawns, right? When you're up, trade minor pieces. Yes, if you're up on material, you want to trade like bishops, knights, rooks, and everything else. Wow, Hikaru not recipe for the 100k championship. You guys, I am a streamer. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm a streamer. I stream. I don't care about the bullet chess championship. I win, I win. I don't win, I don't win. But I'm a streamer. Streaming is my job. Like, why would I care? Yeah. How do I get data in foreign countries? With Google Fi, I don't spend any more money. I get paid per gig that I use per month, but it just automatically catches the local network. So whether I'm in the US or abroad, I don't have any issues. Yeah, that's what I use right now, at least. So all right, let's go B4 here. Yeah, I am just winning in this position. Google Fi is expensive, not if you don't overuse the data. I mean, they're all kind of the same thing, but yeah, I mean, it's all kind of the same. I mean, if I'm always on the Wi-Fi at home and I never actually use my phone except when I'm abroad, then it doesn't really matter, to me at least. Yeah, go C6, C7, C8. I'm gonna cut the king off so he can't run with the king any further. Let's just take, go A6 here. No, obviously, I mean, I'm kind of trolling with the Europe stuff, but I mean, I mean, that is one thing that like is true. Europe, it's go check and mate. Okay, one more. Don't really have time for one more. We'll try to play one more. Let me set up my Botez Gambit speedrun as well. Let me find the link for that. Go D4, C4, knight C3. Let me find the link. Just trying to find my link. Out. Okay, let's play knight F3 here. Go bishop E2 and castles. Decathlon is at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Central Time if you live in somewhere like in Missouri or St. Louis, rather than living in a civilized place like Amsterdam. Let's play D5 here. I'm going to castle next move. Or no, let's play H4, H5 and just attack on the king's side. Keep it simple. Maybe I'll play H5 next move. Oh, the new Amsterdam is also pretty good too. Play H5 here. Knight G5, maybe Knight E4 and keep going. Oh, Bach's in Greece? Oh, Bach is in... Wait, why are you in Greece? What? I've been to Houston. I like Houston. I've had to go to Houston a few times to get a Russian visa. Of course, that'll never happen again in my lifetime. But yeah, I've had to go to Houston a few times to get a Russian visa. So I've been through there. Been to Papados a few times. I had some really good. I had some really good alligator at Papados last time I was there. So okay, let me make sure my scene is set up correct. I'm gonna log on my other account. We'll wait for the arena to end. Or wait, I didn't mean to do that. Let me close the window and let me refresh this. But yeah, let me double check the scene because we are going to get going with the Botez Gambit speedrun pretty soon. Also, for everybody who's watching, hope you guys are having a great time. I hope you're enjoying the ad-free experience here on Kick. You get 0 ads, so instead of getting hit with an ad every 10 to 15 minutes, there are no ads on Kick. So those of you who are coming over from Twitch, you're watching, you're wondering like, there's something different, there's some feel that's different. That's probably the biggest thing, is that you aren't getting hit with the unskippable ads. No ads here on Kick so far. So anyway, let me just make sure that my scene is set up correctly. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it is set up correctly. Good. All right, so I'm gonna go use the Russian very quickly. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, I am gonna go use the Russian very quickly, and then I'll come back and we're gonna get rolling with the speedrun in 1 second, you guys. So give me about a minute.